Chiko Rolls, classic Australian football food. People will either love them or hate them. Some people call them mystery bags, but mystery bags, any real Australian knows, are sausages. Those you really don't know what's inside them. This is a different story. Here we have a box of Chiko Rolls bought from this local supermarket. Let's have a look at that. There's a bit of the story about it, inspiration, and our cooking instructions, plus a lovely photo of what it's supposed to look like. Now that we've got our instructions, let's have a look around the side. You have the usual, the best before date when you can have them. These are designed to have at home, and you get them in at petrol stations, fish and chip shops. Originally, when I was a lad, we used to have these at the fish and chip shop all the time. There's the nutritional information, tells you how much fat, protein, salt, carbohydrates that's in it, and per serving size. So as you can see, the serving size is 162 grams. That's one Chiko Roll. There's the ingredients, as this is by Australian requirements. It says what they're supposed to be. Any mix under 5% is just listed as a mix. So spices could be any sort of thing. So anything that's like that is in a very small quantity. The main components need to be listed in order of their concentration. So most of this is flour, and then next 18% you can see is, let me see if we can focus that, cabbage. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, I'll put in just a little bit more later. So there we go, contact information. This is produced by Simplot Australia. They're the current owners of it. There's some talk that Simplot will eventually pull up stumps and leave the country because it's not working out too well for them. Yeah, come on, focus. There we go. Right. Now, next thing we're going to do is just going to open the box and pull one out and see what it's like in its so-called raw state. Alright, so give me a moment, we'll be back in a sec. Okay, so here we go. So I've taken a knife, there it is, hacked open the side. Some curious sort of thing here, don't know what that is, but it's there. Some kind of tiny red stamp thing, I don't know. And there we have the little beasties in the box. Wonderful. Let's pull one out. Now in the box you get 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Let's get them all out. There's 4 of them, as you can see. Alright, so there's the box. There's 3 Chiko Rolls, a 4th one, and we get bags which they would serve them in this way. So let's have a look at this Chiko Roll while we're mucking around. And notice the texture. Notice the texture. Look at that. Look at that. Highly textured. Now this is an egg batter dough. It's supposed to be. That's what they say. It looks like breadcrumbs, doesn't it? On this there. Then we have the side, which is a painted on end. And I suspect that that is a semolina and egg mix. Just a paste made from semolina and egg yolk, and then pasted on so that to cover the ends. This is supposed to be a tube, but is it really a tube? Let's have a look. Looks like we have some kind of seam here. Okay. Let's turn it around again and have a look at that again. So there clearly looks like there's a seam there, which suggests that this is a flat sheet of pastry which is rolled over and sealed over on the side. Let's have a look again. There's another one here, maybe a little bit better for us to see. Yeah, there's that seam. It's quite clear, isn't it? And on the next one over here. Okay. I'm going to put three of these back in the box, and then we're going to crack open one and continue on and have a look at the open one. See you in a minute. Okay, back again. Now, as you can see, here is the Chiko Roll bag with our Chiko Roll inside. Isn't that super? It's lovely, wonderful. So you've got one of these, you've got the football with a beer in the other hand, watching the football. This is nice, piping hot, it's been deep fried, and you can just chew away on that and just shove that in your mouth. Which has led to a number of euphemistic statements. So there's the roll coming out of the bag, and of course bring it up to your mouth and swallow. Take a bite. So anyway, let's have a look inside. I've cut this in half, well, into 3 pieces at the moment. So we've got a little end. We've got our piece that we're going to pull apart, and then we've got the rest of our Chiko Roll. So let's just take a look here first and see, have a look at that. Look at that cross section. We'll turn that around to the light a bit more. Get a focus there. There. Now cross section. Doesn't look much. In there's a little bit of meat, a little bit of carrot, some cabbage, some beans. It's supposed to be some barley in there, and a few other little goodies. So right now it doesn't look appetizing, and it's not meant to. That's because it's not meant to be looked at, it's meant to be ate. So we're more concerned about the taste rather than the appearance. But what we want to have a look at is the cross section there. Where's the seam that we thought we had there? That is supposed to be a seam there, which brings us right here. So it would suggest that that seam is thin, rolled round over on itself, and then it's probably set in place with a bit of egg wash. But we're going to pull another piece apart and explore what's actually inside it. So let's take this one here and tear it apart. We'll also take this one, take the filling out, and have a look at the end. Back in a minute. Okay, here we are again. So we've pulled it apart, as you can see. There's that piece that we pulled apart. We carefully nudged it apart at the seam, because we want to have a look at this very, very carefully. This is the filling. As you can see, it's got a reasonable amount of carrots. It's got cabbage. It's clear to see that there's cabbage in there. There's little pieces of meat in here as well. It's pretty much diced up. The cabbage isn't long pieces or strips. It's all broken up. A lot of the filler is basically a floury paste. It's quite sweet to taste. A little bit of peppery, a little bit of nutmeg, it would seem. Not very much. Wouldn't be surprised if it was nutmeg. And we've also torn the end off of this to have a look at this end. This end is absolutely paper thin. And there's not an awful lot of substance to it. It's just a flour paste. Looks like it's breaded as well. So we've given this a bit of a fry up to just look at the texture. This is the golden colour it normally is when you fry it. This is the end. As you can see, the end there, it's usually darker because it's much thinner than all the other pieces. There's the filling, which we've heated in the microwave to give it a bit of a cook so that we can taste it and see what it's like. Turning it over, you can see without the filling there how it looks. And let's have a look at the sides. if we can get a focus on there. Let's see. So basically thick and dense. It's not fluffy. It's not spongy. That's just how it is. Enjoy.